So I've always been a huge fan of simulation games where you get to run, sort of your own shop and make money by making a material, especially when they are based in like sort of a medieval setting. So this is Blacksmith Master. I got early access and a game key given to me by Hooded Horse, so thank you to Hooded Horse. I really appreciate that. And yeah, so I figured we would just go through this, start a new game. I have, tried it out a bit just so I know a little bit of what I'm doing, and I wanted to show it to you and, just give you sort of a first look at, what this game is about. It will be going live today on Steam into early access, so you should be able to buy it by the time you see this video. So anyways, sit back, relax, and let's get through this. So anyways, we will go through the tutorial just so you see what it is, but as you can see, we're just sort of in here and we have our little shop. It's pretty standard for a lot of games like this. So this is our new workshop. And the first thing that we are told to do is we have to hire a blacksmith. Now, the interesting thing is with each person that you hire is they usually have a buff and a negative. So, for example, this guy walks 20% faster, but he gains 20% less XP. And the way that XP works is as they level up, you can put skill points into the smithing, design, or woodcutting, but we'll get more into that later. So, personally, I haven't had too many issues with wages, so I don't think that's too good. Heating ingots can take a while. I don't think walking is too important. I'd say that this guy's probably the best one. Maybe the walking's better, but we'll just go with Evan for now. So we have our blacksmith. Basically, they sort of auto do their own thing. And as you can see, he will come over to our little ingot shelf right here, and he will heat it up in the furnace, and then he should come over to the anvil and start smashing on it to build his item, and then he will put it in the water to cool it down. And there we have it, our first mace. Bro's holding it burning hot right close to his face, and then he will bring it out to the mace thing. So that's pretty much the whole premise of the game. Obviously everything you do is to scale up and sell more things. But again, definitely the premise. We can go here now and complete it. As you can see, we get 80 gold for one complete, and we can choose, well, we will be able to choose more merchant later. So there is a mastery tree in this game, which I think is super cool. They also have different levels of mastery points. So there's like common, quality, uncommon, etc. And the way you get different types of these is by crafting, uncommon, etc. Types of gear. So yeah, so we can unlock our first thing. We can unlock carpentry. And this is how you build wooden items in the game. So we do need to buy a carpentry bench from the shop. Pretty standard, again, for games like this. And you can rotate it with Z and X. Sort of weird rotation keys, but that's okay. And as soon as we can, we're going to move the wood pile over right next to the bench. But it's going to force us to do something real quick. We have to name it. We'll name it the Prancing Pony for now. Obviously not a blacksmith shop, but that's okay. Oops. I definitely did not save it. I can't type. Okay. There we go. Prancing Pony. Let's get going. So our woodpile info, I think the way we can move this over is by going into the shop. And the number one bottleneck for us right now is that we don't have enough blacksmiths, so we need to hire a couple more of these guys. And I low-key don't remember how to hire them. We may not be able to hire them yet, actually. So what we're going to do is we're just going to speed it up. And what we are going to do is choose another one of these. Let's go with the 150 just to get some more gold. Yeah, here it is. Now we can hire more staff. So this is super important because honestly the main bottleneck in this game generally seems to be the number of workers you have. So we can hire 2 more blacksmiths now. Again, walking slower is probably not ideal. Generally I do like we'll get rid of that. I do like the 20% less time on wood and metal, but the walking slowly is pretty rough. So what we might go for is we're not going to have this guy on design points, so we'll hire this dude, we'll refresh it, and then honestly I don't mind the higher wage for working faster than anvil. So those will be our 2 extra guys, and now we'll have more people making them. So let's complete that and choose our next offer, and we should be able to finish all of our offers before the end of the day. And so basically the way you are able to get more staff is by having more staff benches. So we will build another one of these so that we can hire more staff when we feel ready to. And honestly, at this point, we could even hire one more blacksmith probably. We'll refresh it once, see if we get anyone good. Yeah, I don't really like the options, so we're going to wait till tomorrow for when hiring is cheaper. We should finish both of these orders today anyways, so I'm not too worried about it. And the other thing that you can do is we can buy another carpentry bench so that we can have, as you can see, only one person can work at one thing at a time. And we can do the same thing for an anvil as well. Those are generally the bottlenecks early on. So yeah, so that's sort of the game. You can take over a guy, you can take control. It's pretty much less efficient than just letting them go about their own day though, at least from what I've seen. So I'm not gonna do it right now, but I will show it off a bit later. So again, we have no more slots for today. I guess theoretically you could refresh them, but it's almost the end of the day, so I don't think it's worth it. And now I guess we just wait. Okay, so the first day just ended, and it did bring up stats with how much money you gained or lost. So unfortunately I already closed those, but you'll get to see those at the end of our next day. So we are at the beginning of our next day, so we can choose some new slots. So we should be able to get through all of them again, but just in case we can't, we'll choose the ones that give us the most money to start out with. And theoretically, we should be able to get through all of them pretty quickly though. And I did want to show off doing them. So one of them is coming back like this guy. We will try to take control of him. And basically how it works is, it looks like you can go here. Actually, let's figure out what we need. So we need a goblet. And we can pick it up. And once this guy is done, we do it here, use. And it has a little mini game, which is definitely super cool. And then we can move it over here. Again, another mini game. Bonk. Super good. And then we can bring it to the water. Then we bring it out here and put it in. So we could do that again, but honestly, I like playing at a faster speed and just doing more of the management stuff. But if you want to do, the mini games and stuff, you can for sure. Okay, so the first thing we need to do today is make more gold so that we can hire more people, so that we can make more stuff, so that we can make more gold. That is how these games generally work. One thing that's not the best is there is some sitting around in this game. I do wish that it had a 3x speed. Sometimes I find the 2x speed a little bit slow, especially when you're getting up to orders where like these can reach like, you have to make 60 items. And even if you have a bunch of blacksmiths, it can still take a hot minute. So I was, finding times where I would, have all my blacksmiths going and working, and I would just, go get a drink and just wait for them to finish stuff because it would take so long. Maybe I wasn't having stuff super efficient, and we will get to this point somewhere in this series if I make more videos of the game after this one. But that is one thing. Sometimes it can take a while for orders to finish. So we can hire more blacksmiths right now because we have the money for it. So let's take a look at our options. The not gaining more XP is not ideal. I think eventually it doesn't matter, but I think for right now, we do want people who have XP. I don't really mind the higher wage. It's not a big difference. So for right now, we'll go for Martin. As you can see, these are their XP bars. It's slowly going up as they craft different things. So this guy will reach level 2 soon. These guys are working on level 3. Yeah, so we can complete this guy, and again, do another one. And it doesn't look like we have any bottlenecks on our production yet, so it's probably good to hire another blacksmith. And again, I'm not a big fan of either of those guys, so we will look at what we have options on. I don't like the ones that are slower. We'll refresh one more time. So something we can do. Rosamund is slower on ingots, but faster on carpentry. So what we can do is we can hire her, and then basically set the crafting preference to only wooden items. So when we have wooden items to be crafted, that person will only craft wooden items, which will work pretty well. So it looks like we can do our next thing. this isn't too big of a deal. I think enables hiring of more skilled workers is generally ideal for the beginning. I don't remember exactly what it does, but I think it was good. Okay, and we should finish up all our slots again for the day. Eventually we're going to get to the point where we are definitely not finishing up all of our slots, but something we do need to do is we need to restock this real quick. We'll just do all of them. And yes, so this is the stats overview, so it gives you your daily profit versus, you know, how much you spend. So not necessarily profit, just your inflow and outflow. Then we got the items that you crafted, what was used for merchant, and you can also set up a shop and sell them in the shop with customers coming in. We have our resources gathered, which obviously we have 0 on everything because we didn't gather any resources. That comes a bit later in the game. The game definitely expands as you get better and like get further into the game, and it's super interesting. So we'll start our next day now. And first thing we can do is choose some more of these. 850 sounds nice and good to me. We can do 960 on this guy. One thing is you don't want to run out of like ingots, so I think as soon as our first thing is filled, we'll restock on our ingots. Yeah, so we definitely can't do that, but we could do 10 for 300 for right now. That'll be good enough for now. Do another one. So as you can see, there is some sitting around, and this is like one of those times where you could take over a person and you know, control them just for the fun, but it does make the game go slower. So I'm not going to do that anymore in the video, but if it's something you enjoy, you definitely can. You know, we can also take a look at the town. It's definitely a little bit nice. I think it's pretty. I think that the art is stylistic for sure, and I like the, you know, the sort of Venice vibes that we got going on with the routes throughout the city. Obviously, the architecture is not very Venice-y, but yeah. So we do have a warehouse right here that eventually I think you can expand to, though I haven't gone there myself. And this plot right here is what we can eventually expand the total store to. So we'll complete that, maybe restock a few more iron ingots. And as you can see, we're not really bottlenecked by our anvils yet, but once we hire maybe a couple more blacksmiths and get a bench down, we probably will start getting bottlenecked on our blacksmiths. So we can complete this one now, and we have 2 more to go through. I think we should get through those pretty quick today, and we can start looking into hiring another one. Not a fan of any of those. We'll refresh. The carpentry one is okay. It's like not great, but it's the best one for now. So we'll just make sure to put them on carpentry specifically. And as you can see, this guy's bottlenecked. He can't build. So what we're going to do is we're going to put down another carpentry bench. Where is it? There it is. And we are also slowly running out of space in our shop, so that is something that we will work on as well. Let's see. Where is it? Oh, construction. There it is. We have to unlock it. Sometimes I forget that we have to unlock stuff. We'll just unlock all those. And the next thing that we need to unlock is assistants, which are super helpful because they allow you to transport items. So basically you can have an assistant that carries stuff out here instead of having your blacksmith carry it. So anyways, let's start working on expanding our shop at the end of this day. Yeah, I mean, we technically could refresh. Might be better. Okay. Yeah, we'll do that, and then we'll just do the ones that are worth the most. So definitely worth refreshing if you have like a fair amount of time. And I don't think, like, I think we're going to run out eventually, so it's definitely worth doing that. The other thing is we need to buy another furnace because our guys are getting bottlenecked there. So, but before we can do that, we need to expand. It looks like our first staff has leveled up, Evan. So what I like doing is focusing on one thing. So he's not going to be on our design point team or carpentry. So we were going to put all of his points specifically into metalworking. So as you can see, it takes seconds off of the metalworking for the different types of metals, and especially for the higher level metals. So for example, golden ingots takes 152 seconds off. So super huge difference on the higher tier metals for sure when you're leveling up. Okay, so that is the end of the day. We made even more money today. We can actually click on the different days and see how much money we made on each one. So we are looking good. And then, the other thing you can do is at the end of the day, select one more thing if you have them completed, and we could do some construction so we're not slowing ourselves down. So what I generally like to do is, the construction is super nice, by the way, because you can delete walls just by holding and dragging like that. Super nice. And then just to make it easy for our guys to travel out, we can just go across like that, just make it nice and open. Luckily, there's no thieves in this game that I know of, so we don't have to worry about that. We do want to expand more, so we're gonna knock out these walls as well, and probably these walls too. And we're just gonna expand it quite a bit. Let's put down these all the way up front, and we can put some walls down like that. Honestly, we can probably just expand into the whole shop. Yeah, we have enough gold for this, I think. We may not have enough. No, we do, for sure, because floor doesn't cost anything. So we'll just start with this floor. We might change it eventually, but yeah. And then I believe there is a way to get more lights. Yes, we can put down torches. They're super expensive right now though, so maybe we'll just put like one torch there, and then we'll chill for right now, and we'll get more torches in a bit. And then I'm just gonna rearrange this area just a little bit. So we'll have these over here. That'll be right next to that, and then we're just gonna make sort of a line of like smithy places. So actually, if we put that there, they should, go there, drop it off, and then come back, pick one up, and go straight to their thing. So that should work okay. How are we doing on gold? Yeah, we can get at least one more of these. Flip there. And then on the carpentry side of things, luckily it's simpler because all you need is a carpentry table. So what I think we can do is just have this like right here, where anyone could come and steal it. And then we'll have all of our carpentry tables lined up like that, so they're just real close and people can get right to them. We'll leave our benches here for right now. We'll probably move them to the back eventually. As you can see, there are stairs, so theoretically you could make more floors and stuff. I have not personally gone there ever before, but you can. So anyways, let's start our next day. Get right into it. We do need to buy more gold or ingots, and as you can see, you can go into debt, which is super nice because it means that you can't like get soft locked if you can't finish any of your merchant contracts. So that was definitely smart to add. I don't know what happens if you stay in debt for a long time, but yeah, we should be fine here. And as you can see, we are sort of getting bottlenecked on the anvils. So what I might do is, I don't know if it'll let us buy one, but if it will, we might we can't do that. Okay, so first order of business as soon as we get out of debt is to get another anvil, because we have enough people. We're just stuck on the anvils. And so the camera controls is left mouse button, right mouse button lets you go like this, and you can just go over, and then you can zoom in and out with the scroll wheel. It's pretty simple. And then, it's left mouse button for all of the actually interacting with stuff. I think the music in the game is, generally decent. It's nothing like crazy, but it's enough for sure. Okay, so we haven't seen these before, but there are now certain things where you earn less gold, but you can earn stuff on the side. So for example, we can get a new floor type, or we can get some more points. Generally, I don't think the points are as worth it as more gold, especially early on, because we just need to grow the size of our shop, and we need to grow how many blacksmiths we have. So we're going to buy a couple more of these, and then we're also going to, man, I shouldn't have bought the last one, because we just don't quite have enough for an anvil, and I don't think it's going to let us put it down. Yeah, super unfortunate. We're about halfway done on the axes though, so it won't be too long until we're there. Okay, so the axe is just finished. I just cut because it took a little bit and I didn't want y'all to just be sitting around. So you can now choose a new offer, and let's just go again for something that is carpentry instead of metalworking, just so our guys can split up a little bit more. And now that we have the gold, we are going to add 2 more anvils and 2 more furnaces, and this should definitely help us out a little bit. And I may rotate them all around a little bit, because these guys sort of have to walk a long way. And we need another water bucket as well once we finish one more of these. As you can see, Rosamund and then our other dude who are specialized in wood cutting are specifically doing that. I think, yes, Rosamund and Nicole. And we have unlocked a new thing, so we can unlock assistances and discounted ingots. I actually think we're going to go for ingots first. Yeah, I think they're more important than the assistants right now. And then we're going to go for blueprints, and then we'll go for assistants. So blueprints, what they do, we need more of these. So blueprints unlock a thing called the design table, and basically it allows you to research higher tiers. So it's like uncommon, rare, etc. It's your standard tiers. So for example, when we go, just finished the day. If we go in here, it's these tiers, so you can do uncommon, rare, epic, and then legendary. So you can research these tiers using design points with a person stuck at a blueprint table. And as you do that, items that go up in tier sell for more and give you, obviously, the higher tier of research points. So we will start our next day, and we will fill up our wood pile as well. Do that. And let's see if we can buy another water thing as well. And the other thing I want, we can't move them. Okay, we'll move them at the end of the day. You don't really need that many of the water things, because again, it takes way less time to use those than to use these. And what I'm actually gonna do real quick is we're just gonna move all of these like this so that they're closer. This will allow people to walk between them, but they will be closer than they were before. That should make our life a little bit easier. Oops. Paused it. And we can choose a new thing. Let's go for the highest paying one. I think at this point we should start looking to hire another blacksmith when we get the chance. Eventually, we will be able to set up a thing where our assistants carry our items from a chest to out there, and it'll save our blacksmiths time because they don't have to walk all the way out there and bring stuff out there. But as for right now, we're just stuck with them doing it themselves. You do have to restock more, especially early on when you don't have a ton of gold. Restocking is just something you have to work on, unfortunately, but it is how it goes. I think we'll go for that. It's just a lot more gold. And we are about to get an elite worker, which is super nice. So we need a bench to be able to do that. So let's buy ourselves a bench. Where is it? Is it at the bottom? Oh, it's under staff, obviously. Okay, so we're actually going to move our benches back. And eventually we'll move them. Actually, we'll just move them back here right now. That'll be fine. And then we should be able to get our elite. So they have special things. Emma, all workers move 10% faster. That's pretty decent. Refreshing potential workers when hiring is limited to 300. This is super useful as well, especially early on. That actually might be better just because refreshing can get super expensive, and eventually you get an upgrade where when you go through them, you can refresh enough to get workers that have 2 positive traits instead of 1 positive and 1 negative. So this can be super nice for maxing out on that. And then we also have all blacksmiths walk at the same speed while carrying as they do empty-handed. Again, super fast as well. It's hard to say whether this is stronger than the all workers move 10% faster. I'm not actually sure the difference on that. The other thing to keep in mind is their stats. So for example, Emma is super good at the design table, whereas Johanna is super fast at smelting. Whereas Francis is sort of in the mall, which is not what you want to see. You want to have specialists. You don't have people who are split. Fortunately, Francis is sort of who I want just because of the refreshing workers, but we will get another one. So I think for now we'll go with Emma because we are going to need someone to do blueprints. Okay, I do love the teal wall print, so we are going to just select that real quick. And we can do a new one, so we're going to unlock our blueprints, as we said, and that's what we got Emma for. So now we can buy a design table, you assign a blacksmith to the design in the staff menu, and you wait for the blacksmith to generate design points, and then you can upgrade your different blueprints to upgrade the item quality to uncommon, rare, and then epic and legendary. So let's go into our shop. We'll look for our blueprint table. They're pretty cheap, and I like putting it just in the corner because they don't need to walk anywhere. And then if we go to our staff menu, we should be able to move Emma over to the design. And we do need to restock this real quick and restock that. Oh, we're not that rich. And we have a dude who leveled up. We will specialize them more in metal cutting. Again, it takes up off a crazy number of seconds, especially at the higher levels. Another dude who just leveled up. And the other nice thing that you can do with people who you have leveled up is you can have the level up strategy. So we can have the highest skill first. So now whenever this person levels up, they'll just automatically level up with their metalworking, which saves us a bunch of time. So we can unlock assistances now. Assistants help in the workshop by carrying items from chests to their destination. Restocking various resources and smelting ingots. Blacksmiths can leave crafting items in the chest, and assistants will take it from there, saving a lot of valuable time for your blacksmiths who won't have to walk as much. So I will show how that works after this day and once we get a little bit more gold. So as you can see, some of our workers are finishing up, so we are not going to start that next day yet. We'll complete that. We'll choose this last one. It'll reset for tomorrow. And we have this. This is an item chest. We do need to move stuff back. Something nice is you can actually box select to move stuff back. Super helpful. And not something that you see in a lot of games like this. So definitely really, really nice. We are going to need 2 chests for sure. And as you can see, we're doing pretty good on gold. So I think that should be good right now. And we will hire ourselves an assistant. I don't really mind the higher wage, and walking faster sounds pretty good to me. XP is also nice, but walking slowly is not ideal. So what we may do is we may just hire 2 assistants right away. And as you can see, they are right here. The other things that they can do is they can transfer ingots, they can craft ingots, and they can restock raw resources. Eventually, we will get a furnace where we can craft raw ingots in. So as you can see now, our blacksmiths, when they craft stuff, they'll put it in the chest, and then our assistants will move the items from the chest directly out here. So it's definitely more efficient than if we had our blacksmiths. And as you can see, the assistants can carry more than 1 item at a time, even up to, it's part of their upgrades. So for right now, this guy can carry 3 items, and as you can upgrade him, he can carry more items and walk faster. So we'll claim that. This enables the crafting of new item, which is super nice. Yeah, it's pretty good gold and a blueprint, so we're gonna go for that for right now. And it looks like it's about time to hire another blacksmith. Let's just take a look at our things. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, here's the super workers. Occasionally you'll get a chance to hire a worker with 2 positive traits. To get this, we need 100 of the uncommon quality, and to do that, we need our Emma dude who is researching to get enough points to where we can use them to, upgrade our blueprints. So I think the cheapest one is one of these. Yeah, it's the wooden scoop. We need 40. We're almost there, halfway there. So as soon as we can, we'll do that, and hopefully we will get a contract for the wooden scoop, and that will allow us to get those rare or uncommon points. Looks like we got another upgrade. This is our woodcutter, so again, we want to always put it into our highest skill first. Looks like Martin is almost there, about to level up. I don't know if you can actually watch them. Yeah, you can watch them get XP, so we'll just sit on this dude till he levels up. Should be super soon. I think they gain XP every time they craft an item, but I'm not 100% sure. Okay, well, it's like watching a pot try to boil water. Huh, there it is. Okay. So he actually is pretty good on the design points. I might put it all into him just because he starts with 2. And this will give us another person on design points, which will increase how fast we're getting them. So what we're going to do is we're going to take advantage of this. and we are going to build another design table. You can have multiple of these and have multiple people working. It's one employee per design table. So we will search. It was Martin, and we'll put him into design as well. And now we definitely need to hire more blacksmiths. This one, Neville, is fine. Oh, we need to make another table or another stool. Where are the stools? There it is. Honestly, since they are so cheap, we are just going to put a bunch back here so we don't have to worry about it for a while. That should be fine. I don't think the pathing will be too bad like that. Now let's go here. Blacksmith. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of that downside, so let's just see what else we can get. Walk 20% faster. Yeah, I don't like any of those either. Oh, one more time. Yeah, this one's okay. So on Christiana, as long as we don't put her on to the iron ingots, it shouldn't be too big of a deal. Unfortunately, she is on wood cutting, which isn't great. We'll try one more time. Yeah, this guy's looking good. He does gain XP 20% most fast, which is not ideal. Generally, I like going for the higher wage because it's just not a hugely big issue. These should be okay, but so you want to generally match where their attribute points are to what they're good at. So this one's okay. It's not like great, but it's gonna be pretty good, and they will go pretty hard on the blacksmithing. So we'll hire them for right now. So we lost 1,000, but that's just because we hired someone right at the end, and we can complete that, which gave us a new blueprint. And 2,500 sounds good to me, so we'll do that. We'll start our next day. And we do need to get more iron ingots. Let's restock up to like 100. And we can upgrade our wooden scoop to uncommon. So now whenever wooden scoops are crafted, we'll get uncommon research points instead of the common ones. So we can choose our new one. I don't think we need to do this yet. We'll wait and see what our contracts are looking like. I do like having 4 candidates when hiring. That sounds good to me. And having 1 extra merchant slot will probably be the next thing. Okay, so this is the point in the game where it does slow down a little bit. You have to get more blacksmiths because you're just crafting so many more items that it takes a hot minute for them to be crafted. As you can see, we have our wind scoop, so this will give us the uncommon points. So we're going to choose that for now. And we really need to work on getting more blacksmiths ASAP, just because it's taking a super long time for anything to get done. Annabelle seems like a good choice to me. We'll make sure that she focuses on metal items. Let's just go through and make sure that they are focusing on the correct things. So this person should focus on metal items as well. Nicole and Rosamund are also focused on this. This guy should be focused on metal items. Arabella should also be metal items. And then Evan should also be metal items as well. And we'll just auto skill the highest skill first. Oh, we need wood. Keep forgetting to restock on stuff. So this should be done pretty soon, probably before the day ends. Looks like we can upgrade our next thing. I just go in order, just because it's the cheapest way and you get more. Obviously, as you can see, we're getting research points way faster now that we have 2 people doing it. Basically doubled our output. Again, we're going to wait on that blueprint. I wish that notification would go away. I think at the end of this day, I will probably end the video, and if y'all like it, / it gets like good reception, I may create more. I've definitely been having a ton of fun with this game. It's the type of game where you just start playing it and then you blink and time goes by and you don't know where it went. I've always loved, tycoon sort of games, or just where you get to like run your own little shop. And I'm definitely a sucker for games that are in medieval times or like acting as a blacksmith. So I think this game has a lot of potential, and I think that I'm having a ton of fun with it. So feel free to pick it up. It should be live by the time you see this video. I think it's theoretically going into early access on May 15th. So let me just double check the Steam store real quick, but I'm like 99% sure. Yeah, so it should be releasing today, basically. And yeah, so let me know what you think in the comments below, whether you pick it up or not. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this first video. I should have some more coming out, especially if it does well. And yeah, so I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.